This is the Political Spotlight.
The Political Spotlight is a joke. It's more like a political flop.
Nobody listens to Bilbrey.
He's just a wannabe podcaster. No one takes him seriously.
He is a rude, crude dude that will never go any further than broadcasting from his mother's basement.
Bilbrey is a wrecking ball for Indiana politicians.
Grab another box of Twinkies and generic cola, Bilbrey.
And get back to your microphone and your audience of nobodies.
The Political Spotlight is a joke. He is like a rude, crude dude that will never go
Bilbrey's a wrecking ball for Indiana politics. Shut that stupid Bilbrey up.
I've wanted to do that for like a long time. Just like open up and let it just be here and nothing be happening and just let it go and go and go and go. Some night when Kate's like not going to be here, I might do that. Because the reason I sat down was I thought if I do it too long, Kate will not know what's going on. She'll come up and be like, well, he must have had to go to the bathroom or something. But no, I went to go get a drink and I had plenty of time, but I was like, I think I'm just going to sit here and see what happens. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's Tuesday, June 30th, 2026. We're back. Sorry about last night. So I'm going to let everybody know a couple things here for the next month. So for those of you that have been watching for any length of time at all, and all the way back to those that listened to the audio podcast, Perception is Reality, and watched the old live at 9:35, something like that. Yeah, right. That's exactly right. For those of you that have been here for a long time, you will know that used to in July, generally in July, sometime around the 4th through the end of the month, which is my birthday, I would generally take some time off. I've never taken like a week off. Well, I've taken a week off exactly one time, and shit went to hell in a handbasket quickly. The entire show blew up during that vacation. And it got real crazy real quick. The show blew up. I turned somebody into a child molester. It went nuts. It was totally crazy. So I don't know that I'll be taking like 4 or 5 day chunks off at anytime soon. But for those of you that have been here a long time, you know that generally what would happen is my brother's kids, my nephew and my niece, who were always really young back when that would be going on, would always come up from Texas and spend a month with our family up here. And so I would take time off. And what that normally looked like was at the time I was doing either 2 audio episodes a week, Tuesday and Saturday, and then nightly live videos. And so, or one audio a week and nightly live videos. And I would take like a couple days off. Maybe I would take like the end of the week off or something like that. Or I take a couple days off like I do, 1 week and I take 1 or 2 days off. And then the next week I take 1 or 2 days off. Just because in the summertime, you tend to have a lot of people in government taking time off. It really pulls things back and they slow things down, and people aren't doing what they normally do in government, and things really slow down. And I haven't done that in a couple of years because my brother's kids have been in Italy, Sicily. They've been in Sicily. And so I haven't done that, but my brother and his family are getting ready to come back permanently to the United States. So we're glad to have them coming back. And but besides that, we're in that time of year where everything kind of really slows down government-wise. It's just a thing that happens, and they don't like working to begin with. You know what I mean? Is that you or me doing that? That must be me, just me. Never mind. It's all in my head. And so I guess what I'm getting at is there might be periods over the next month and a half. Come here. Where I will, if it's a slow night, like last night, I had some things going on, and I got here in time to do a show, but it would have been a real rush, and there just wasn't a whole lot going on. So I'm just letting you guys know we are here. Obviously, our tagline and our program lineup, we're here 5 nights a week, Sunday through Thursday. But between now and probably the first week of August, Kate and I'll be taking some time off. Kate can take a night or whenever she wants or whatever, and do whatever she does, or we might both take a night, whatever happens. We'll just let you know. Just don't be alarmed if that happens, because I'm telling you, it is going to happen. Mostly because there's just not a whole lot to talk about. And I don't mind getting on and babbling. I could get on every night for 5 hours and just talk. I've got no problem doing that. But you guys are here a lot, and some of you would be okay with that. But I know a lot of you are here for the political stuff and to hear what's going on, and so that's why that's happening. So just don't be alarmed. We normally have done that during the summer. But we just haven't done it in the summer in a while. So, and you guys deserve a break too. Yeah, that's exactly right, Stumblefoot. Absolutely. Plenty of time for haircuts. Stumblefoot did kindly send us a 20 for a haircut. So we might very well be doing a haircut to know. We did not have a show last night. Yeah, no, we did not have a show last night. Can you believe it? Isn't it amazing? If you can, while you're here, because we are here, go ahead and smash that like button and do all of that stuff. One thing I can tell you is, though, I was telling Kate beforehand, I went ahead and finally, I've been telling you ever since we came to the new studio, we've been having some periodically tech issues, and I finally, when the check came in, the big YouTube check, because this is all for shits and giggles and clicks and views. The big YouTube check came in. I finally went ahead and got some things I needed for the other computer, and we're doing that. So we're down our computers right now. I just have the main computer running, which is fine because we don't have a whole lot going on. I've got some things I'm going to talk to you tonight about, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. Now, tomorrow is a very, very, really, really super duper big show because tomorrow I will be going to the Elks Club at 6 p.m. to discuss J.D. Prescott's big plan, House Bill 1288, his property tax repeal and replacement tour. And I talked to Brandon a little bit last night, and I just sent him a message. I think Brando's going with us. So I think it'll be interesting to see. And then afterwards, we're going to have a show, maybe either the end of the week or the first of next week. When just depend. I mean, I'll leave it open to Brandon's time and schedule. When we can have him on And I think we're going to have on John Bartlett and break down this plan of JD's. And just FYI, I'm all for ending property tax. Taxes theft, specifically property taxes, definitely theft. It's really gross. And I'm all for ending property tax, but I am not for JD Prescott's plan. I am not for JD Prescott's bill as it currently stands. Now, if JD did something amazing and got his head out of his ass, or someone gave him the secret sauce and the secret code and helped him come up with a better plan, I'm not saying that I wouldn't support a plan of JD's. I'm capable of supporting a good plan from a bad politician if the plan makes sense. Just as it stands right now, I have a lot of questions and a lot of concerns with what JD is attempting to push, and so it's going to be something that we're going to be watching and doing. That won't happen. Yeah, you're right. That will not happen. Hey baby, come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Want to see everybody? Come here. Yes. Will everybody see you? Want to say something to them? Want to say something to them? Say it. You say it. Say it. She's a good girl, even with a missing leg. I got a missing leg. Yeah, she didn't like that. All right. You're a good girl. Lay down. You're okay. She's in here enjoying the show with me. She's like, where's my food? You promised me food. That's about the only thing she cares about. You promised me food. Where's the food? Now she's like completely turned away from me. Now she's trying to eat a pair of my socks. Hey, no, don't do that. Okay, come on. Go on, good girl. Be a good girl. She's so weird. She's such a weird potato, man. I don't know. I need to find a way to get her like on some platform behind me so she can just sit there behind me, like make a thing where she could sit around like my shoulder or something. I did get one of those harnesses, a backpack that you put on the front, like a cat tree would be good. I don't know that she would like being that high up. She does really well with the 3 legs. She doesn't have any issues. Everybody's so weird about that. But I'm like, dude, she's only had 3 legs since like she was very tiny. So like, it's not like she lost her leg at 2 years old. That would probably be traumatic. But she lost her leg when she was a puppy. Like a hammock. She would love a hammock. That is a great freaking idea. And it's doable. She would love that because it would make her tight. It would like be tight. She could get in it and it would come up around her, because that's what I was going to say. So she does a great job running like through the yard. She's as fast as any other dog. I mean, she's not slow. Every now and then at the very end of a day, like 11, 12 o'clock, sometimes she'll limp a little bit. You can tell she's like maybe a little tired of, having to push it all day. But like, when we wake up and we go outside, You ought to see her run around this place. Sometimes she gets running so fast that she like rolls and things. I mean, she does amazing things. It's great. But anytime she's on and going up and down steps to literally to get down here, when the power was out and our elevator couldn't send us below the earth, she had to go up all those stairs to get upstairs. I mean, and it's like, we have like, I think we have 10 flights of stairs less than the World Trade Center. But going up all those steps, she would, does just fine. But like if I put her on the desk, she would like she gets nervous. So anytime she's like up on something, like anytime I've got her on my bed, unless she's right in the middle, she's real nervous. And I think that's because she doesn't have 4 points of contact. I don't know. Very strange. Yes, I do run alongside her in the golf cart. It's amazing. We keep right upside with her. Yeah, she's a good girl. No. Okay, so JD's meeting is tomorrow. And I'm kind of freaking out a little bit when we get past the meeting tomorrow. I'm not having any luck now getting a response back from Counselor Nora Powell. Maybe she's on vacation. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for a little bit longer. I know that she was talking to Roe. I heard she said something to Roe Selvey at last Friday's meeting, but I can't remember. I think almost that was like Roe talking about going on vacation and not Nora. So I don't know what's going on with that. Nora has been very easy to communicate with. And I can appreciate that. Maybe she doesn't like that I tell people that. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe she's upset that I've said that she's been easy to communicate with. Maybe I shouldn't have been saying it. I don't know. But I just feel like, look, I don't have a problem cutting her down or knocking her down when she deserves to be knocked down. I complain about Nora all the time. I just don't complain about her when she's doing that was a couple of years ago. Those claims were out there, but no, it's I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like, when someone does good, you say they do well. When someone's not doing good, you let them know they're not doing good. So that's the deal. But I do have two emails into her. Yeah, I do. I have an email into her that I sent last Friday saying, first, just quick follow-up as of this evening, Friday, June 26th, 2026, this was last Friday, has the controller's office complied with the first action point in resolution 826? If they have not, do you have any idea what your next step will be? Second, I heard you ask Greg Martz for a copy of his presentation. As you may have known, maybe you heard me griping about it at the meeting, or maybe you weren't aware, but the entire presentation by Greg Martz this evening during last Friday's meeting did not live stream. So if you would be so kind to please forward me a copy of his presentation, if/when he sends it to you, that would be cool. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you in advance. And I sent that to her, and I have not heard anything back. And then again on Sunday, I sent her email saying, just following up to make sure you saw this email. And I forwarded the email to her again. And again, I have not heard anything from her. I will give her the benefit of the doubt until Thursday, because I feel I'll give her till Friday, because I feel like once we get to the weekend, I'm really wanting to get these answered, and I feel like I need to get these things answered before going into Monday's city council meeting. I have an email that I'm in the process of sending out to all of the council members. Nora will be included, but then the other 8, basically asking them what their thoughts are, what their intentions are for Monday's meeting. I'm going to let them know that I've talked to many citizens, and from my point of view, they need to table Ordinance 926, which is the ordinance for the fire department, until we can get some questions answered. And, if those questions are answered on Monday, maybe then we move forward. But if they're not, number 1, we table it. We don't introduce it. Number 2, I think we have to call for a second public services committee. And I think that the administration needs to be made aware that they have to be there, or the ordinance will remain tabled until they're prepared to publicly state the answers to several questions that need to be asked and answered. So that's what I'm going to let them know. I'm also going to ask them what their intent is moving forward, what their intent is with Resolution 826. Are they going to move forward with subpoenas? Are they going to just let that die? What are we going to do there? The council, as I was saying on Sunday night, the council has to take action, and they have to let the administration, the controller's office, Ridenour's mayoral office, everybody that's in the administration, they have to let them know, all right, we're tired of screwing around with you. You have to do what we are telling you to do at this point. And if not, then we're going to take further legal action, and you're not going to like that. So that's where we are there. Moving on from there, that's about all that I have for the city council and the upcoming meeting. I still have a serious question about the ordinance relating to the McKinley neighborhood. I'm trying to get in contact with the people who are supposed to be coming on from that neighborhood. I have a feeling that they probably won't come on until after the meeting, because I think that they won't want to rock the boat or make anybody mad until after the meeting. So we're going to have to wait and see what goes on there to see what happens. But I will keep you guys posted on that. That's a big question in my mind. What's going on with that, and what do we got going on? What's happening. Also, wait a minute. Okay, it's the 30th. I was looking. Also, relating to the city, tomorrow's the 1st, July 1st, Wednesday. The Board of Works will meet at 9 a.m. Apparently, the administration has to allow the council to do their job. Yeah, right. The administration has to allow the council to, right. Well, that's, yeah, right. the Board of Works meets tomorrow, and as Alva has been paying attention to what's been going on, and we here at the Political Spotlight have been following what's going on, we have some serious questions as to why the claims have not been being entered onto the city's website. Now, Alva's been keeping the total of this. Tomorrow will be 19 days without claims being posted to the city's page. Alva, that's 19? Are we talking 19 calendar days? Is that 19 calendar days, sir? So that would be, let's see, July. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So yeah, I mean that's definitely since the 12th of June. Okay, Friday the 12th. So that means no claims were posted for Wednesday's Board of Works, Wednesday the 17th, for Wednesday the 24th, and then tomorrow will be the 1st. So that's 2 weeks, possibly depending on what they do tomorrow, 3 weeks. And that is a serious problem. So, you know what? I have an early tomorrow. I have an early tomorrow. Maybe I will attempt to go to the Board of Works. Let me write this down. There we go. Maybe I can show up and ask that question in person rather than sending an email to Craig that he may or may not respond to. Who knows? I don't know. The 12th is correct. I thought, the 12th would be 19 days. So that seems like that would have been correct. Let me look here. There was one more thing about the city that I was going to say. There is an article that went out in the Muncie Journal. I'm trying to find out where this is. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this to pop up on the Muncie Journal. It's not popping up for some reason. The Muncie Journal had an article about the Ridenour situation currently. This is from 6 hours ago. More Than Politics. Let's see if I can find that on their page. More Than Politics. I want to know who wrote this. I thought this was from... No, this is from the Muncie Magazine. The Muncie Magazine. I wondered. Okay, now let's see if we can find this. Provided. This was June 25th. So this was published last Thursday. I wonder why. Who wrote this? I would like to know who wrote this. So this is being shared everywhere. I'm going to post this up so you guys can see this. A get well card would have been just as good. Yeah. Yeah. Let me show you what we've got here. This is more than a mayor. Prepare yourself for pretty serious incoming propaganda. This is more than a mayor. For years, the people of Muncie have known Dan Ridenour as a steady presence of broken dreams. I'm going to read the words, and then the sarcastic parts will be my thoughts, my editorial comments on, where they should have went. Okay. At a ribbon cuttings and neighborhood meetings, in moments of celebration, moments of challenge, a mayor focused on moving the city forward. But recently, he sat down, not simply as a public official, but as a man facing deeply personal news. His prostate cancer, once considered slow-moving, has become more aggressive. Within the next month or so, he will undergo surgery and step away from City Hall for approximately 6 weeks to focus on recovery. This was posted on June 25th. This was all done by this point. What is this? This is like Back to the Future. For many leaders, that kind of announcement might have remained private. No, it couldn't have. But Ridenour wanted the people of Muncie to know what was happening, honestly, directly, human to human. There was a vulnerability in that choice. Public service often asks people to appear unshaken, even during life's hardest moments. Yet in sharing his diagnosis openly, the mayor offered something far more meaningful than certainty. He offered authenticity. Even while discussing surgery and recovery, his thoughts quickly turned outward toward the city he loves. Fortunately, we have some strong departments. Point me in the direction of those strong departments, he said. I'm very comfortable with the leadership of each of those teams. Why? There was confidence in his voice when speaking about the people who help keep Muncie running every day. He emphasized that each department understands the mission and the work ahead. While he plans to remain available if questions arise, he knows the city is in capable hands during his absence. That trust says something important about leadership. A strong city is not built by one person alone. It is built by teams, relationships, and people committed to serving their community together. Still, what stood out most was not a discussion of operations or timelines. It was the heart behind his words. When asked what keeps him motivated, his answer was simple. I love this city, and I know a lot of good things are in place. That love is evident in projects he continues to talk about with excitement. The future transformation of the mall, new subdivisions taking shape, 34 new homes planned for the Old West End. Even while preparing for surgery, he remains focused on what is next for Muncie and the opportunities ahead for its residents. But before all of that, there is this chapter, a chapter centered on not development plans or economic growth, but on healing. The mayor says he would appreciate prayers and ask people to think of his family during this time. There's something quietly powerful about hearing a leader speak that plainly. No political language, no carefully polished distance, just a husband, a father, a community member acknowledging that difficult moments affect entire families, not just individuals. Ridenour also hopes that this experience encourages others to take their health seriously. This shouldn't be a life-threatening procedure, he said, urging residents to get physicals and follow through when something feels off. I'm not looking forward to the procedure. I'm looking forward to getting through this and back to work. And perhaps that's the clearest picture of who he is. Not just someone pretending hardship doesn't exist, but someone determined to move through with honesty, resilience, and hope. For now, the work of the city continues. projects move forward, departments carry on their mission, and the community that Dan Ridenour has spent years serving now has the opportunity to stand beside him in return, not just as constituents, but as neighbors. I would like to know who wrote this. It doesn't tell us. That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, not that it truly matters.
It's Lover One, obviously.
It's Lover One. And ironically, that could be a number of people. That's funny. Very much so. Yeah, that's look, it's a good piece. A good article. I appreciate it. It's things that we've said here. We hope and pray for the very best outcome. From everything I'm hearing, that's happening. And he should be back to, I don't know when he's going to be back to work, quite honestly. They have, basically another 5 months that he could be out. So who knows? I just think it's interesting that they just published the article, but that article was based on news that's been out for 2 months now. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I figured they would have given an update. I will tell you, I'm going to be really honest. Someone sitting in this seat as a commentator, as somebody that's watching, as somebody that hopes and prays for his speedy return and his health and his well-being, I am still concerned that we're not really getting any actual updates on him. Everyone keeps saying that he's doing well, but it's all being said like in secret, behind closed doors. No one's actually saying it out in public. And the last actual update that we were given was that they took steps forward to make Ridenour's absence possibly longer and to make Jeff Howell the acting mayor for longer. And do you know what I find absolutely interesting? No one knows who Jeff Howell is. I'm the only person that knows who he is. You people that watch this, you know who he is from watching the program, but I'm literally talking. Yeah, right. That's exactly right, Kate. It feels very like Stalin-esque to me. They've got Stalin's like in the glass coffin, and they're like, yes, he's leading the country, and everything's, everything is wonderful. Very, very strange. What's strange to me is no one knows who's in charge of the city of Muncie. Yes, yes, tell him I am. Can you tell him I am? And ask him if you can ask him, not publicly. We don't have to say this, but ask him if he's going to be at work in Muncie tomorrow. And if he is, what time he gets off. Does he want to go get something to eat first? Does he feel like we have time? If not, we can just go there. Whatever. If you could make those plans quickly for me, that would be appreciative. Because I don't know if he'll be awake when I get off here. He might be, but because I don't know how long we're going to be here. But that's that. So sorry, I was talking to Kate behind the scenes stuff. I was talking to a couple of current candidates, Republican candidates in Delaware County, running for actual office currently in this next November election. And they had no idea who Jeff Howell was. Now, granted, they're running for county office and they don't particularly do much with the city, but it's just interesting to me that Jeff Howe is that unknown. He is that unknown that someone, and these people aren't nobodies. These people are people who are actively involved with ongoing government, city, county government, state government. They're people that are active in the party, people that are actively involved with various things. And they had no idea. One of these people said I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. I wouldn't know him if he was standing next to me. And I was like, that's crazy to me. Yeah, that's right. It's so crazy that they don't know that dude. It's so weird to me. I don't know, just very strange. And he's been very quiet.
Do you really find that strange? Because I don't.
Tell me why.
He's been the MRC director for how long now?
Well, since 24.
Since 24.
But
so
prior to that, he was on the MRC board since 2019.
So this is a man who should be discussing things with the county, probably on a fairly regular basis. However, he's not the MRC director. He's a script reader for Dan. That's why no one knows who he is.
That's why no one knows him. Yeah. The only people that seem to know him were people that have done like high up actual banking with Mutual Bank. And those are the people that actually only know Jeff. No one else knows him. And he's walking very quietly in the role that he holds. And some people thought that like that's something that I would like. No. Because it means there's no public facing person. There's nothing public facing about what's currently going on in the mayor's office, because while the cat's away, the mice will play. He did write a press release and then close the pool. In all fairness, I think AI helped Amber write the piece that then he probably had his name put to. I don't know that he wrote that. I'll be real honest. And then, there's been nothing else. Let me see here. Give me a second. It might get bumpy here for 1 second. Stay right there. We'll see if this does. Yeah, I don't think it did. Okay, that was good. All right, thank God. So I was looking at the City of Muncie's communications page. And I'm not seeing, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing, they've not put out, when's the last time they put out a community update? The last community update was the 17th. So that was just about 2 weeks ago. And that community update was from Amber. The last big bit of information that we got from Amber wasn't really on her on the city's page or on the communications page. The last big bit of story that we got from Amber was on her personal page, and it looked like this instead. This was on Amber's page, and this was her message to the people that question her, and I would assume her people.
People ask me pretty frequently, how do you deal with the internet hate? And there's two things that I think about all the time when it comes to this. The first one is, don't take criticism from anybody that you wouldn't take advice from. And don't take advice from anybody that you wouldn't trade places with. Most of the people that I'm making mad, that tells me that I'm doing something right, because those aren't people that I set my standards to. Those aren't people that I want to attain the level that they're at. I've surpassed that level. So if I'm making them mad, I'm doing something right. People ask me pretty frequently.
Feel like that's pretty much my... I feel like that's pretty much my thoughts when it comes to everybody I make mad in government. Those are not people that I look up to or that I would take advice from. But I tell you what, what I've got to do is I've got to practice this. I can't do the nose scrunch. That's my impression of what she's doing. See, this is what it looks like when she does it too. It's just she's got filters on. So if the filter was off, it would be like this. This is how I'm this look. This is how we're gonna do it. Hold on, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is gonna be funny.
People ask me pretty frequently, how do you deal with the internet hate? And there's two things that I think about all the time when it comes to this. The first one is, don't take criticism from anybody that you wouldn't take advice from. And don't take advice from anybody that you wouldn't trade places with. Most of the people that I'm making mad, that tells me that I'm doing something right, because those aren't people that I set my standards to. Those aren't people that I want to attain the level that they're at. I've surpassed that level. So if I'm making them mad,
is that now? Does that mean that's how TikTok works? I could take that and shave that down and make a little TikTok out of that. Like that's lip reading, right? Is that what I was doing right there? Oh no, not lip reading, lip syncing. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That looked just like it to me. Like I don't understand. The birds were lovely. I want to know if they were real or if that was like a filter that's in with the filter there. Here's my thing is I could go do that on my front porch and would literally have those actual noises. I wonder how many different poses she started out with. There are like 75 different takes on her phone where it took her like 75 times to get that down. And she actually had to get the, she had to work really hard to get the nose crunch, that's what we're getting, folks, from the people in charge.
Yeah, again, she's talking to citizens and telling them, you're not worth my time.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
better than you, and scrunching her nose and turning her nose up at everyone.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are getting upset are your everyday average citizens of Muncie. They're not politicos. They're not, the people she rubs noses with or whatever else with, the convention. They are citizens of the city that she works for.
Yes.
They are her employers.
Yeah.
And she turns her nose up at them and says, I'm better than you, and what you say doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
To ignore her behavior just reinforces that you citizens of Muncie don't matter.
That's exactly right. Well, and here's the deal. I was talking to I was in a group message with a couple different people that someone had sent that video and asked if I had seen it and asked for my thoughts. And I was like, it's noise. I honestly, I don't even listen to the noise anymore. I don't listen to her noise anymore. And I was like, I've got so much to say. It's just so ridiculous. And somebody in the group shot back and said, but why would you care about that? Because that's her on her own time, on her own social media. And I said, yeah. But you know what? She's talking to the people of the city of Muncie that are questioning her about her role in elected government, because in her mind, and I will tell you, she's told me this, we have had this conversation, she doesn't see any difference. She doesn't act any different from when she's on her personal time or when she's on the public time. She's Amber Green, doing her thing one way all the time. There's no difference. And pointing out your downfalls and faults doesn't necessarily mean I'm mad. Yeah, it's not mad at you. I'm not mad. I'm mad. I gotta like care about you to be mad at you. Like, you got to be able to disappoint me. I'm mad at the things that go on because I care about the city. I care about my state. I care about our country. I care about Indiana. I care about the county. I care about those things. So I maybe get mad at your actions because of how it relates to that stuff. But you as a person, I don't really care about one way or another. I wish you the very best that you deserve based on your life. But when she is speaking directly to the citizens of Muncie in posts like that, and then just being like, well, you can't attack me because I'm on my own time, on my own dime, on my own account. It's just like, when you blur, I've always said, I don't go after people personally on their personal times, doing their own personal thing, except and then unless you blur the lines. And when you blur the lines, that's your fault, you're doing. So, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, nothing's going on in the city. I've got a ton of record requests in. Oh, I do have a record request that came in today, and I need to talk to a couple people about this. So, I will go through this, but right now, like, I have a lot of records requests and stuff, and the city hall is basically at like skeleton crew because Dan's not there and nobody knows what's going on and no one's really in charge, so they're just running around. So, like, we're summertime. That's the reason I started the show out the way that I did. Meaning like we might take some days off here and there, but we'll always keep you guys posted and let you guys know. And so that's that. But I did submit this record request back not too long ago. People need to get back into sharing that petition. I've heard a lot of people saying that. So the record request I submitted on the 16th or on the 6/19/2026. So this was on Friday the 19th. and I requested all economic development agreements for work through McKinley Live Learn neighborhood. Wait a minute. I want to make sure, because I think this is the one that didn't work. So I want to make sure this is what I actually submitted to. Give me a second, because I had to send her an email the other day because the stuff didn't work on the 19th. Okay, Meridian Health Services. That was the other one. Okay, so this is the one that I did request. So this was my request. So I requested all economic development agreements for work in the McKinley Live Learn neighborhood from January 1, 2020 through June 22nd, 2026. And this is what I received.
I'm working on it. I'm not sure exactly what happened with him, but he's like gone. So I'm hoping that he'll be back, but we'll find out. He just disappeared. Maybe he was so enraged at what he was reading that he just decided to just bugger off. It looks like the feed died for some reason, so I'm trying to get a hold of him to find out what's going on. So we'll get there. Hopefully, if he doesn't come back, then I'm going to kill it because I can't talk with it as long as he does. He's got that gift of gab, and I'm just lacking in that. He is probably still talking because he's off screen and has no clue what's happening. So let's try the good old-fashioned way, and we'll call him. We'll put him on speaker.
Hello?
Are you still talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not even on anymore, dude.
How long ago did that happen?
2 minutes or so. You need to log back in, my man.
All right, I'm getting logged in now.
Say hi, everybody.
Hello. All right, I'm getting logged in. Give me a second.
All right, we'll see you in a sec.
Yeah, bye.
That was a good call. He is off screen and completely ignored the fact that he wasn't streaming anymore. Didn't even notice. So he's been reading for a while. We'll get him back, hopefully. Not sure what exactly happened, but we'll find out. Let's see what's going on. There he is.
Hello.
Hey.
Yep.
What happened, my man?
Well, we had I don't know if it was power surge or what happened, but the thing went off, so it's rebooting now.
Okay, you're rebooting. Okay.
Yeah. Coming up.
Okay.
All right, I'll be there.
All right. Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Okay. Oh. We have movement.
Why are you stuck up in the corner?
Because I don't like looking at my face really big, and it came up in the corner, so I was completely content with that.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't control, so I'm on my phone. I can't control it. Can you?
I can make you big.
Make us or do something with that. There you are. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, folks. Well, unfortunately, you can see we got a black and a white screen. We shouldn't have either one of those. Shouldn't be looking that way. They should both be doing something different. So you have a different angle of the studio here. If you look back there really closely, you can see one of the old Perception is Reality banners that Kid Rock made for me. See it? See it? See it? Yeah, this is the other side of the studio. What do you think about all that? This is what it looks like back here. The stuff you guys don't get to see on this shelf. No, that's not the basement door. That over there is the door to my closets.
Get up and go waltzing, Matilda. You're on your phone. You're not stuck in a chair. Go for a waltzing. Show everybody around.
This is what
we're not doing a show.
yeah. The gremlins are against me.
Let everybody see that you're in an actual basement.
Here's the flag. I've got the flag back there. I've got a couple other flag things I need to hang. This is the equipment closet. I'm gonna look up into the equipment closet here. We got some back there, some lights down in there, some things there, different equipments up here, different microphones, things, and the light that makes me beautiful right here with a diffuser. And we'll take a look at each one of these little things. So here's this. Here's this. Here's where's the camera at? Is the camera right? No, the camera's right here. All right, there's that. All of this cool stuff we got here. Here's my little guy there. Love that. There's all my. Look at this. I think I've shown you guys that 3D City of Muncie thing. Oh man, my thing's still not on. Something's gonna have to happen here. Look at this. Here's this guy. Look at this little girl. Look at this little girl. Okay. We go out of here and we're into the deep downstairs. We are completely downstairs. There are no actual windows here. You guys remember this area? Let me turn some lights on over here. This area here, remember this? Political spotlight back there. Now we're going to go in. This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens. The bedroom. It's clear that technology advancements started accelerating in the 60s because of something. What do you guys think? Let us know. This is another equipment closet. I don't know if we're going to look in here or not. Benwood Hill is a Royal Air Force station in Yorkshire, England. All right, enough of that. We can't look in there anymore. Yeah, this is. Let me turn the slide back off. In the 60s, operational control was transferred to the National Security Agency of the United States. Here's down here. And then we'll come over here. What are you doing, potato? What are you doing? And there's the stairs. Ooh. So that's that. That's all the further you get. See, it's cold down here. We're so far below ground. I told you, I don't like windows. I do, I miss it. That's the one thing I hate. So we are dealing with technical difficulties down here that I'm trying to deal with. I thought that we had this taken care of. and I was just in the middle of reading off that economic development. I'll have to do that later in the week. I need to actually take a look at that and see how it oh yeah, dude, she flies up those stairs. I'll have to see how that economic development agreement interacts with that ordinance that I'm fighting, and I'll give you guys more of an update on that later in the week. But yeah, she flies up those stairs like she's got 6 legs. It's so crazy. So my apologies for our technical issues here. I'm very displeased with what happened. Normally it wouldn't have caught me that far off guard, but I didn't have my monitor on. So I was just talking. And then I'm like, what is Kate calling me for? And then I looked down, and then I was like, oh shit, we're having a issue. And I answered, and she's like, yeah, you're offline, dude. And I was like, how long? She's like, 2 minutes. And I'm like, what? So we will deal with this. We will come back. I told you it's this time of year. Everything's running slow, even the technology. So I apologize. We will be back. We will get this fixed. And it is for what it is. I'm sorry. And don't leave us. We've had other times where it's been crazy. We'll get through it, and we'll be back. We will be back tomorrow with an appropriate show, and we will give you a breakdown of what's going on in JD Prescott's plan. Now, tomorrow won't be the big day with Brandon and John, but I'll let you know about the meeting, and I will tell you when we'll do that show. So you guys have a good rest of your evening. Take care. God bless each and every one of you, and we will see you back here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Wait, before we go, I'm hoping that we will be here tomorrow. If for some reason that meeting runs long or something, I'll keep you guys posted. But if something comes up, don't be surprised, but plan on being here at 9. Just FYI. Okay, now we will go away. Kate, do your thing.